If you're new to fasting, or maybe you've tried it before but you're struggling to see results, honestly, I'm not surprised. There is so much mixed information trying to sell you something. Fasting Tube is independent and focusing on real information. Let's get started with today's video.
The question, is intermittent fasting effective for females? This is a big taboo in the industry, but it's actually really simple. Women can easily handle fasting. It's not actually the food deprivation that drives hormonal crashes and such. What is hard on their bodies is being too deep in an energy, calorie, deficit, or stressing their body too acutely by not giving their body time to adapt to intermittent fasting. Your body has plenty of stored energy, it just needs time to learn how to use it. A story. Let me answer this question laterally, at the risk of being accused of being sexist. The women in my life that matter to me most, whether my mom or my best friend, tend to help me with one of my greatest weaknesses. I have a strong tendency to forget that I am worth more than simply what I can do. In all my giving and trying to change the world, I forget to slow down and remember that I am worth taking care of. The women who love me choose to day in and day out courageously interrupt me and remind me that I have value, no matter how my current project is going. They do this even when I'm so focused that I push them away or am not listening. I couldn't do anything I do without what they do for me behind the scenes. It's such a beautiful gift to me and I am super grateful for it. I hope they know it, even though I'm not often humble enough to admit it to them. Women and men are different. Women and men are different. Women and men are different in both heart and body. That's not to say either is more valuable than the other, we just have different strengths and weaknesses, different gifts. But I've noticed a very interesting correlation, that message above, that those women live for me is something they have to live for themselves first in order to be able to share it with me. Their emotions and biology are connected in mysterious and beautiful ways. An example, my mom is physically fit as well as very strong emotionally with a quick intuition. She keeps track of so many things around her that would totally overwhelm me to monitor them all at once, and she can do it pretty much indefinitely. Her capacity to handle multiple continuous tasks in parallel is eons beyond what I can do, but you give her a crisis situation, she gets overwhelmed and folds. Whereas me, I'm great in a crisis. The crazier the situation, the better. My capacity to handle one or two large tasks completely exceeds hers, as well as the amount of stress I can take in a single large dose. So we have this kind of deal. When there is a crisis, I remind her of the same lesson she reminded me of in all the normal times. Say we have a hurricane and the power gets knocked out and we are stranded at our house, boxed into our backcountry neighborhood by so many trees that it will take days to get out to restock on food. I without hesitation carry as much of the crisis stress as I can, including giving my mom first priority on our food stock, no matter how many calories I am burning out working hard trying to fix our situation. I buffer the stress for her in every way I can, just like she buffers the continuous stress for me in normal times. We need each other and we both know it. So back to fasting. I've noticed this same concept applies to women trying to fast, and that I have to remind them of something similar. You as a woman are beautiful, and that beauty is something you possess on both the inside and the out. I've seen so many women create a crisis for themselves by pushing fasting way too hard as an attempt to get skinny and beautiful so that they will be loved. That's the wrong direction. Start with being loved first. You are worth caring for. Fasting is great for you and your overall health, but ease into it. Use it as another tool that is part of how you care for and love yourself. You as a woman are beautiful. You are beautiful and you are loved. Start there with intermittent fasting. Do it as an act of loving yourself. Listen to your body and ease into it. Don't force your body into it. Stretch yourself slowly. Give yourself time to adapt. Assuming this is about weight loss, you can get to wherever you want to be. Just know your beauty does not depend on it. So in summary, yes, fast, but ease in slow. Protect yourself from overstressing, either from fear attached to body image or too deep of calorie restriction. Your heart, body, and hormones will thank you. That's the real story.